Hello and welcome to Whispers in the Dark, the Hollow House series, part 3, The Hollow Truth. We want to say a special thanks to our new audio engineer, Eric Smith. We would like to inform you, due to the poor performance of our last audio engineer, he has been let go. Also, please don't message us. No audio engineers were actually hurt in the production of this story. So, without further ado, let's begin our story. My head throbbed, every pulse a knife of pain. I blinked hard, the damp air heavy in my chest. The basement pressed around me, close, suffocating, the smell of rust and mildew clinging to my tongue. I had remembered the pipe, the sudden crack across my skull that fell. My hands shook as I tried to push myself upright. Time had slipped away, minutes, hours, I couldn't tell. My thoughts echoed too loudly, bouncing off the stone walls until I wasn't sure if they were mine at all. I had heard it, my own words spilling back at me, faint, distorted, repeating lines I had whispered only moments ago. I froze, ears straining, the hair on my arms was rising. It wasn't just a memory, the house was speaking me back to myself. The hollow wasn't empty, it was filled with me. The floor groaned, something shifted, something was there. The murderer, the father, he had followed me down, waiting for me to move, waiting for me to make a mistake. My mouth dried as I tried to breathe, each inhale lighter than the last. I whispered, barely audible, a plea to myself, keep moving, or die here. I staggered up the basement steps, clutching the wall for balance, vision still swimming. The house seemed to tilt with me, each step struggled against its pull. At the top, I turned towards the hallway, and that was when I saw him. In the window, a figure leaned close, face pressed against the glass, the faint light, his outline sharp against the basement window. My chest locked. He had gone around to the basement. He was already here. He was watching. Had he gone back outside just to taunt me? I slammed my fist against the wall and shouted, I know who you are. The words cracked through the empty rooms, but they did not feel like mine. An echo carried them back to me, deeper, slower, the same voice, only older and heavier. Was I still locked in this house with this killer? Was he still able to come and go and haunt me? Would I be able to escape and tell the police who this murderer really was? The figure didn't move, it didn't run. It waited, patient, unflinching, like it had all the time in the world. I wanted to believe it was the father and the murderer who sealed them in. But the more I stared, the more the window seemed a mirror, and the figure, that was me. I stumbled backwards, heart racing. If I was looking at myself, and who was shouting in my voice outside? I tore away from the window, desperate to escape the reflection, the doubling of my voice in the kitchen. The letter burned in my mind, the signature, the toolbox, the nails. It all pointed to him. It all pointed to the father, to the man who silenced them in 1984. But my hands remembered the weight of the hammer. My palms remembered the pressing the nails into the soft wood, one after another. My breath caught as images flared across my vision. Plates left on the stove, food half prepared, dinner still being prepared. The sound of screaming cut off by doors slamming shut, and the one holding the hammer was me. I stumbled toward the sink, claw of the hammer scraping against the plaster. Without thinking and desperate, I dug into the wall, dragging the metal down until the letters carved themselves out. Help me. The gouges were frantic, jagged, desperate, my own hand trembling, tearing into the house like I could claw my way free. When I stepped back, breathing heavy, the words glared back at me. My chest collapsed with the truth. It had been my hand that wrote them before. I was the one begging to escape. I was the one who sealed them in. This was all me? The house seemed to breathe with me now, every board groaning in rhythm to my heartbeat. I stumbled into the front room, vision shaking, light falling across the walls and broken beams, shadows stretched tall, watching from every corner. And then I saw him again, myself, in the glass, waiting and silent, my reflection staring back at me. The name on the paper burned brighter than ever, but no name mattered now. My last thought was not of him, not of the father, but myself. I had built this place into a tomb. I had sealed them inside. I was in the shadow at the window, the breath on the glass, the silence that lingered long after the screams were gone. I'm the one who drew every nail into the windows and the doors. I'm the one who trapped them here. Behind me, the wall, the sink gleamed faintly. The words still gouged deep into the plaster that said, "Help me," now staring back at me, taunting me. Was this my plea, my crime, my truth? I wanted to deny it, but the words rose unbiddened, a confession carved from the marrow of my bones. I am the voice in the dark. I am the static on your radio. I am the hollow house. And with those words, the house fell silent. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We just wanted to thank you for listening to another episode of Whispers in the Dark, the final chapter of The Hollow House. We hope you enjoyed the series. There's more to come. We have another couple of stories that I hope are even better. We also want to apologize again for our audio on the last episode. It really wasn't great. Hopefully it didn't jump scare you guys too much. We're still working some things out as we're getting kicked off with this new podcast idea and getting our stories out there for everybody to hear. We hope you enjoy more spooky stories. Also, we wanted again to say thank you for our new audio engineer, Eric Smith, who gave us a hand as we had to fire his predecessor. We just wanted to say thank you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Dark Dial Studios.